Bro? Hello. Deadliest. My man. What's up, Bales? Look how low grade these monsters are, man. Never really took notice. Spent so much of my life killing these. I used to do these for money as a kid. Come here for money, man. They're fucking buffed to shit now. Dude, if these... Can you imagine back when you were 13 if neck reels were like they were now? Every person in the game would be here. GP has completely lost its value now. Unless you're trying to get 200 mil all, then you're gonna need some money. That shit's a lot of GP. GP. Whew. I hadn't had a cigarette in a few hours. Take a nap when I get home from work. I have to. Walking around with their cat, I despise it on a personal level. Why does it keep clicking? What the fuck is it clicking? Oh. Dude, YouTube and all this shit was made for gaming and putting your stuff out there, and now it's just braggadocious, good-looking people walking around recording everything and making millions of dollars off of it. That's what it's become. That's what Twitch and YouTube and all these social platforms, it's all about making money. It's all about being somebody, being popular, it's not about any sort of grind. Well, it's a good thing I don't have to be them. Because they lay down at night and actually have no one, just people that like them and know that they might be able to get a giveaway, or they might be able to, just because, you know, hey, we gave homeless people in Best Buy parking lot some money today. Woohoo! Like, let's record it. I bought a woman's groceries last week for her. Okay? She's breaking down crying. $65 bill. I said, here. Here. And she was reluctant. Married girl. Made sure to flat her hand around with the... I'm like, ma'am, I'm just helping you out here, honestly, because I need to get my stuff and get going. So, like, I didn't need to record it. I didn't need to even tell you guys about it. I didn't tell anybody about that. But the woman couldn't buy food for either her or kids, I don't know, whatever, and she's just sitting there crying. So I paid the bill, picked up the tab. Do I have to get pats on the back for it, or recognition for it? It's like, why can't people just do things for people without getting something for it? You know, we live in a society now that it's all about doing stuff for people, but making sure that you get a kickback. It's all about putting it online. They used to say, like, kindness doesn't go on. Kindness definitely can pay. I could be a hypocrite, but the only thing I could ever see myself doing is Yu-Gi-Oh card pulls. That would be fucking sick. Old Yu-Gi-Oh card pulls. That's the only like acceptable thing that I would let myself do that was about more than just me playing RuneScape. I don't believe in putting your life on the internet, like putting your everything, you know. You know, I go live when I want to game. I make a video when I want to, you know, motivate something for somebody. I have a purpose behind when I make a sound. There's too many people that making sounds, making noises, can't understand anything they're saying. You don't learn anything when you're around them. You don't leave that stream or that video feeling like, you know, more motivated. You don't. A lot of people don't have any motivation. So how are they supposed to rub it off on you? They hate their lives. Most people fucking hate their lives, unfortunately. There's not a moment from when I wake up till I go to bed where I'm not smiling. And that's not about money, it's not about drugs, it's not about girls, it's not about RuneScape. So I'm just happy to be alive. Very happy to be alive. And I know my bipolar depression will swing around heavy on me again at some point, but right now I just feel really good. I know it'll swing its ugly head around on me. It doesn't that suck when you have a string of great days and then you wake up one morning, it's like, fuck! It's like, what happened? God damn it. It don't matter how much medication I'm on or any of that stuff when it comes to my mood. Like my subconscious mood changes a lot. You have to, when you're at work or whatever, you have to portray sanity. All day at work today, I'm getting buzzes on my phone about. So One False Step cheated months before he got killed, but someone tried to say he cheated with auto hotkeys. I don't know nothing about that. All I know about is what he told me about NMZ. But it's funny because everybody's pretending like that's not a thing, and then just telling people that they're jumping on a grieving train. Like, bro, fuck you. Fuck all of them. Fuck every one of those people that have sympathy for him. That he was cheating. I unfriended that guy months ago. So don't sit there and say the grief train, the grief train. Fuck you. I've been talking about the fact that he's a cheater for months. But because it's me, it's grief. He cheated. What if someone else? What if I would have done that? Oh my god. I don't even want to think about what if I did that shit. Can you imagine the Twitter community? Just imagine. He was somebody people liked, so everybody shoved it under the carpet. I don't care if you auto-alked. I don't care if you held a key down or did something to manipulate your hardware to play. You're a cheater. He did 6-hour NMZ and Guffins every night for 6 hours straight with a key down and the crystal teleport thing glitched. But nobody cares. Nobody. He was saying he was the reason you started your hardcore. I started before I knew him. Or maybe not. Doesn't matter now. Anything he says about me doesn't mean anything because A, he's dead, and B, he cheated. So what could he say about me? He could say, oh, he's why I started. I was a top page main while he was scratching his arse in high school. I was on the fucking leaderboards while he was fucking taking a piss in between classes in high school. The little kid. Young boy. I'm uncle. He had no influence on anything that I've done on my accounts. He was a friend. A good friend. And then a fateful night, he tells me he does 6-hour zone cheating. And I lost a good friend. And then to make it worse, he died. So now I feel bad for the guy. Because I know what that must be. I don't even know what that must be like. But now everyone's gonna say that I'm some like narc or something or whatever. Like, all I did was say the truth. Is that wrong of me? When I talked about it for the last 2 months, nobody said a thing. Now that he died, now I'm the bad guy. Whatever. I'm alive. He's not. Free rank. Take away everything else from it. Everyone else. I gained a rank that I never would have gotten. I would have never caught up to him. He was fucking... Forget about the zone. He still put 100... He was playing 100 hours a week. Besides the fact that he was cheating. I would have never caught him. He was gonna pass Lydia, he was gonna pass Narrative, Smitty, all those fucking guys were done. They're done. He was gonna be top 5, dude. Straight up. He was doing 5 mil rune crafting and 5 mil crafting XP a week. And then logged in all night in zone. Fucking he was the highest beside when 5th finished. He's the second highest output on the hardcore high scores. Now that he's dead, McGee's the #1 hour putter inner. I don't know what some people were saying, that some people were calling him a cheater with hotkeys or whatever. That I don't know what any about that was about. I do know he was what he called false banned once for doing Master Farmer. I do remember that. If anybody doesn't remember that, now you remember. But he was what he called falsely banned at one point for doing Master Farmer. So I mean, what if legal? What would trigger? Like he wrote out the 2 days and didn't get it quashed. So like, who's to say he didn't autoclick? Is what, like, who's to say he didn't? Going off of that, but I don't know anything about any like mouse key manipulate. Like people were talking about mouse keys manipulating that. Like I don't know anything about that, but I do know that there was an auto clicking ban that he had. That was a thing, and he said it was. He brushed it off. I guess people brush that under their carpet too. Like I said, in this community, if you're liked, cheating is okay. I lost him in my eyes. I lost him months ago. When he told me that. Can you imagine for 4 years you're friends with somebody, talking almost every day, making videos together once in here and there, and then they tell you that one night. Like, no one cares how hurt I was. Just finding that out. Nobody gives a shit about my feelings. That I had to delete the guy because of it and unfollow. I can't have someone in my life like that. We're talking about top ranks together and da 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 da. How could I have stayed friends with him? I would never not be friends with someone over what someone else says about them. Unless they fuck me around too. But I don't care if you're my brother. If I find out you're cheating, I don't want to be a part of your life anymore. And, you know, what would he have resorted to once? Oh, his justification at the time when we talked about it was because other people have done worse. He's talked about how people botted mining. He just made excuse. The last talk we ever had was when he laid that on me. I'll never forget it either because it hurts. But we were saying goodnight, you know, and I said, I'll be gaining while you're sleeping. And he said, no, I'll be in zone. And I said, yeah, for 20 minutes. No, I did it. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, that's you're botting. That's it. And he's like, well, you know, people do with my people. I'm like, bro. And that was the last time we ever spoke, for, like, voice to voice. Was him telling me that he was cheating, and then justifying it because other people have done worse. And my best friend, one of my best friends. But besides Adept, he's the only top page hardcore I talk to. Other than once in a while, I'll see some of the guys pop in. But we're not friends. I considered him a friend. And then I find that out. And then it's like, yo, man, you know. Break out the big guns. Oh, we're good. You know what's great about your muscles? They just get bigger and bigger. It's like if you eat a bunch of garbage all the time, if you just get fat. If you eat a bunch of food, you get fatter. Bro, I could do those, like, I used to look at people who... I can do these now. Like the push-ups and the jump up. Like nothing. Like nothing. Like, I could jump around the room now, man. Like, strength is like, physical strength is almost as important as mental, in my opinion. Might disagree. There's a lot about looking buff and being buff, whatever. But it really, how strong are you? That's the thing. It's like strength. I take 100-pound meat lugs in each arm and I walk them through the shop. There's people that are big. They look big. Like, they look like that. They got the lacerations. They got the physique. But they're not strong. They're just bodybuilders. Those are, you know, some viewer told me, he's like, he does it for strength. He doesn't care about being jacked or whatever, the looks. It's about strength, man. being strong, getting stronger from working out, not just looking bigger and whatever that does to your mental state. There's some people that they tell me working out is like a drug to them. I don't see it like that. To me, it's a choice that you make to be stronger than the guy next to you or weaker than the guy next to you. It's just a choice you make. It doesn't matter. I was 115 pounds once. Like a few years ago, I looked like I just got out of the Holocaust. I didn't give a shit. I don't care about somebody's looks, whatever. It was just something I wanted to do. Something I fucking wanted to do is get bigger, get stronger. You know, like it wasn't for anyone. It wasn't for. I feel like that's how the best shit happens. And it's for you, man. We did it all for you, Damien. Get the Puffco rolling. I'm the only streamer with the Puffco proxy right now in this community. I'm the only one. This is the future right here. You wish you still had? What happened to it? I quit smoking flower, dude. I completely switched. It's just less tar. I mean, I know I smoke like a chimney with cigarettes, but weed has 5 times the tar as cigarettes. You dropped it. This thing is the best. Easy to take around. Thing is, I had it truly tested. I call it extended banging at this point because we didn't never end up dating, never end up official, but girls that I hang out with for more than one night, it's called an extended bang. Well, this past winter season I had to go to different family events and different shit, and having that fucking thing was better than having a pen. It was better. Like, you get a full-on dab high in your pocket, and you can go in the bathroom and then leave the bathroom, and it doesn't. It leaves there's an odor, but it ain't pot. It ain't like skunk. It ain't, you know. I'm living between like 3 places right now, so each place I go, pot is not accepted. I thought about making my Twitch title Savant Autist Chain Smoke Cigarettes. Like, I literally was gonna do that earlier. Bragging about women. When do I brag about women constantly? Do you guys hear that off? Do I brag about women? I could. I think that guy has what you call sexual frustration. think that's what that was. That dude copy pasted words that would bypass people's filters. It was almost as hard. It was almost as hard as it was for me to go to Emily's pros chat and tell her that she. I was like, you know, I said, everybody, you should be ashamed that you're in here. If she was a guy, she would have been canceled. And it really took a lot. It took me, like, for me to be able to get it to let it type that. She has so many things. She had illness. You can't say illness in there. You can't say fake. You can't say fake. You can't say. So I was trying to find some way to type something just to do it. I don't care who you are. If you pretend that you have fucking cancer at the time to build your viewer base, which now pays for her bills, with the main supporters being people that were there at the time, bro, if that was a guy, they would have been shot, let alone canceled. But because she paints whiskers on her face, it's okay. Everything's fine. Just another case of equality. Just another case of human equality. Everybody's equal, right? Everyone's equal when it's convenient for the situation. That's when people are equal. People are equal when it's that dude's fault. Okay, you got this hot chick. You got this dude with glasses and no hair. Dude with glasses and no hair says he has cancer. Gets 10 viewers in his stream. Girl with good-looking girl says she gets 1,000 views. They find out both of them are lying. Who's gonna be on top in the situation? Who's gonna grow from it? Because the girl can be like, I was having a breakdown, but a guy, you would have no way to talk yourself out of that. You would have no way. You'd be screwed. You'd be forever. You'd be done. Girls can pretend that they have different personality types. Oh, I was sorry. I was in this frame of mind then. I was in that frame of mind then. It's like, what the fuck, man? Like, you can't. They're not wrong even when they're wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. I love women. I love pussy. Probably about it. But you know what I've seen in my life in real time, not in the game, not just on a computer, but it's like they're getting a better handout than we are at times. They're being treated better than we are, and it's why it's so many men have made the transition to being female, because they are more liked, they're more accepted, they're more. It's not just a coincidence. You'll see so many. Go to Twitter and then go back on people's Twitters before transitions. It was some lonely dude posting all he could to get attention, not getting any attention, and literally needed it that bad. Like, as somebody who has friends who have transitions, they're all doing it for their purposes. They're not doing it for other people's purposes. But there are people that do it for other people's purposes. They're not even doing it for themselves. They're doing it to fit in. Like, I have plenty of friends who were not happy with their gender, they didn't feel in their own skin, and they made the transition, and good for them. And then you have people that do it for attention. People say the ugly people don't think of other people as being ugly because they're ugly. I don't know what other people are doing. I'm just telling you about me. Tell you about me, you tell me about you. Oh, you gained some XP. My arc light's gonna die. Dressed in pepperoni. Yo, look at that. Look at that shit. Fucking life's coming together. Halfway woodcutting, man. You know how many people have pissed off over the past several years, both from here and on my main, just by the sound of the wood chopping? I think my main's like 150 mil woodcutting, 160 mil woodcutting, so I don't know. And then this account's 100 mil now. I've done more phone woods than anyone in the world. I'm the king of the phone. It was all from Leaf's Nick, too. He told me about Chrome Remote Desktop in 2016. And there really hasn't been much time that's gone by that I haven't been on it. It made it so that the everyman could play. You could go to work, play. You could put yourself in zone and play. You could hang out with people. You could. It opened up the game to me. Long before mobile. Mobile is great, but I prefer Chrome. Mobile is more of the game. You don't have any access for some reason to your PC or laptop, and that's all you have at that moment for some. That's what the mobile is for me. RS Mobile. It's like the last resort. I'm on my laptop for the next 2 months. I have my desktop in pieces, different parts, different places. I don't want to get a place. No, there was this apartment I was trying to get a room, a pay-by-month room for. It was $700 a month. He said no because I was only going to be there for 2 months. So now I'm floating. I can't find anywhere. I can't find a place to pay rent that's only going to let me be there for 2 months. Not even 2 months now. Bro, if you had a camper on a quarter acre with good internet in the middle of the woods, you would understand why I don't want to sign any leases. You understand why 6 months out of the year I do that. I just fucking wish it was year round. But there's not enough people to make it worth their time. When I say campground, think about a campground. There's people, there's their families, yes, all that type of stuff. But this is a small one. Sort of, if you're not known there, you're not really gonna, if you haven't been there for fucking 15 years, you're that type of place. So, during the whole week, there's no one. Just by yourself. So peaceful. This year I think I might enjoy the weather a little more while I play. I said I was going to do that last year, and I literally didn't leave my desk. Other than I did go out and party fucking Saturday nights, Friday nights, Saturday nights, and I if you add that up for 6 months, twice a week, 8 hours at a time, it's a lot of, 4 hours Friday, 4 hours Saturday, times 26. That's a lot of time that I could have been playing. Well, let's think about it. 26 weeks, 8 hours, 20, 40, 60, 80, 800 something. I lost 800 hours. That's... No. I lost 206 hours. I was gonna say 800, what the fuck? in 2023, according to the chart they gave everyone who for their year, I was logged in for 13 hours a day. Now, mind you, that's every day. So I sleep about 8 hours a day, so that's 21 hours. What was those other 3? Work doesn't count as the time not to be playing. What was I do? Like, I feel like they were wrong. I feel like I played over 5,000. They said I played 4,700. They're wrong. I'm very, very disappointed in it. It sits me every night when I go to sleep. I lay there. No! Yo, I feel bad for the homies that lay down and cry, man. I know what it's like. No, I actually don't. I don't know. If I start to cry, I literally will look in the mirror, like in the movie fucking Cruel Intentions. I'll literally look in the mirror. Get yourself together, you fucking pussy. Like, I will literally, if I feel emotion, I will literally just talk myself out of feeling it. That's what this world has done to me. I have no feelings. I can cut anything or anyone out without even thinking about it. And that's sad. But this is what this world has done to me. I don't keep anyone close enough to not be able to survive without them tomorrow. So, I don't know, I'm happy. I'm proud of that. I know people whose emotions are reliant on others. That's the cringest thing you've heard. You're not fooling anyone. Well, you're probably somebody who relies on others. I'm not adding you, bro. But you're probably in that category, it seems like.
The storm's coming.
This guy thinks I added him on Twitter or something. He thinks I was talking directly about him. Direct. When are they going to turn one of these into a bank chest? Ha! I say that now. Wait 5 years.
The storm's coming.
This is going to be a bank chest. This El Bussa guy is a one-trick pony. He comes in, types something, then leaves. I'd ban him, but I'm curious to see what he says tomorrow. Imagine being so upset and so scared of life in general that you have to type something and then leave the chat immediately to not see what happens afterwards. Like I did in Emily's pro stream. I didn't stick around for what happened afterwards. I just know I was banned. Ooh, here's some money, Emily! I'm supporting your grind! They should pay us. Every other game, the top players are fucking honored. In this game, they're fucking the biggest losers, the biggest outcasts. you're ever gonna find. Every other game praises their top players. Not this game. This game, if you have more time than someone else, you're a loser. Petty drama, petty jealousy. Numbers are numbers. Not a single thing anybody says to me matters, because they're not ahead of me as a hardcore. They're not my boss. So it's like, if you're not my boss or ahead of me in ranks, I don't hear anything. When you're throwing shade, I'm saying. I'm not saying that I don't love everything we talk about. I'm saying if you're throwing shade, it ain't really hitting anything. No, you know, Dave's not here, man. Type of thing. There's that Mac Miller song. He said, "I ain't fucking with you if you ain't got love for me. One for you, but one for me." So what? That's a very relatable song, man. Two months. Hopefully the end of April. That's when all the snow finally melts up there and dig your way in. This year, I'm not talking to anyone when I'm there. Going to work, coming back, sitting in there and gaming. I'm not visiting anybody. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to hang out with anybody. It was a waste of my time last year, involving myself in social situations that led to nothing. I'm always the odd man out, the stoned loner dude with a hat on and glasses. You know, it's like never fit in anywhere. They made you change your name. Burn. Yeah, I guess it wasn't appropriate of a name. How dare you? You can't put boner in your name, but you can stream with a bra and panties on. Like, the platform is willing to give people boners, but not let them have that in their name. Like, do you think people watch that stuff to hang out? No, they have Chatterbait, Pornhub, and that loaded up on their computer, and they're picking between. We've all been there. We've all porn hunted. Except, I never jumped on Twitch, man. Like, They got something hanging out. I just, like I said, I mean, I'm no saint. I've been on all the porn sites you can imagine. Well, this one, this is Twitch, you know, and like YouTube's YouTube. I don't think of that. If I'm gonna go on Pornhub, I go on Pornhub. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Porn shaming is just something that, basically just more lonely people who could use it, actually. I have an active sex life, but I'll watch porn still. Fucking who cares? People are allowed to do whatever they want today, right? I like, especially older women, like 70, 80-year-old women type stuff. That's my thing, man. That's all we'll say. That's all we'll say. Smoke a Puffco for the homies. Who's this one? Who's the homie is this gonna be for? A fallen... It's gotta be for a fallen homie. This one's for... This one's for Rockford. Who? For the boy Rockford. Here's to a comment he made at me at the fishing guild once. It's not my lucky day, man. Fuck off. It's really not. Today was nothing special. Yesterday I gained an EHP rank. Today nothing happened. Just another day. Just another day. Just another day. Wow. I can't drink beer, man. But I love Jack Daniels. Or 7 and 7. Or Banker's Rum. If I drink a beer, the hops and stuff don't sit with my stomach, unfortunately. I think it was because the first time I drank beer, I drank 10 natural ices, piss warm, and ate a bowl of mac and cheese, and destroyed my buddy's couch. So that might be why, like, whenever I drink a beer now, dude, there's beer around me at all times. If I could give a beer to every person that I've turned down over the past 29 years now, because I was getting offered beer since I was a kid, well, everybody be drunk, put it that way, because it's like, it's just not for me. I like hard liquor if I'm gonna drink, but I don't even, I got drunk last night. I pounded a fucking I put a cup this full of Windsor Plus, because One False Step died. He's from the UK, his hardcore died, so for him I poured a big cup of Windsor for him. drinking, it just doesn't, the next morning, my stomach, you know, you could feel it kind of, you know, kind of just a pillhead and a pothead, dude. I'm just a pill-headed pothead. Pill-popping, pill-headed, pothead, fucking, whatever you want to call me. It may just be my prescriptions, but I'm addicted to my prescriptions. Once you're addicted, man. And I gotta live my life knowing that the one thing that's keeping me sane is the same thing that's gonna kill me. Like, liver can't run forever, bro. I might as well be drinking a bottle a day. But whatever it takes to sate the beast a bit, man. Like right now, my heart rate's probably about 85, 90, which is great. Sometimes it's 100, resting heart rate of like 120. But right now I feel nice. Yo, it's good, bro. What are you doing on Twitch? Yo, what's up, Rapali? What's up? Look, he died to Hespori. Yeah, I don't know how. It's yesterday's news. More important, today's news. I gotta pee. I'll BRB. Fucking cringe. Just so you know, I did pick up this Rune 2H. I'm still here. I'm not botting, just so everybody knows.
Did you shit yourself again?
Pre-recorded. I use the latest in graphics technology to make it look like I have big arms. It's all just AI. It's not actually there. I've gotten to that status of people asking me if I go to the gym. No, I don't. I don't. I have my own routines. And I run a butcher shop. That helps. That helps a lot. I've been working since November. on the books. $12 grand of meat a week. Bacon, chicken, beef, pork, Canadian bacon. Make like 600 pounds of bologna a week. $10.99 a pound. Our jerky, we make 60 to 80 pounds of jerky at $31 a pound. That's crazy. The upsale on meat is fucking, it's a crime. It should be. I get insides for fucking $3.99 a pound, because I know some people through the Cargill. Well, you sell jerky meat from the Londons. You cut London broils out of the inside, if you want to call it that. If you want them to look, you basically cut rectangular shapes of meat out of the inside round. Slice it on a deli slicer, throw it in seasoning, hang it in the $50,000 smoker on a big rack, and gold comes out after it opens up. So for $3.99 a pound, plus spices, seasonings, labor, time, everything, etc., it's worth about $10 an hour, that jerky, to make it. That's just jerky. That's just bologna and jerky. It's not including beef sticks, Lanyagers, steaks, chops, all the other cheeses. We have all fine cheeses. Them with their eyes basically at first to buy it. And then I bring on the charm. I go around the counter for new customers, give them the dime tour, make a couple $100 off of them. You get to know your regulars, and every new customer to me, my eyes light up, you know. I make them feel at home. I make them want to come back. And they do. And then I'm David to them. I don't remember their names, man. I try. But there's a lot of fucking people. I know faces. I know everybody. I won't lie. I say my friend a lot, or buddy, brother, or whatever it is I might call someone from across the counter. I haven't had a lot of time. I just kind of started in this role. I haven't had the time to really memorize everybody's name yet that comes in. But I'll get there. $150,000 a year. You better fucking get there. I hit it, boys. Money's not a problem for me anymore. Now I can just live life. Now I can just fucking play RuneScape, work, do it. I'm set. I defeated life at 29. I defeated it.
Long before you came to this world.
What more could I need for what I do? I play RuneScape 5,000 hours a year. What more do I need from a job than what I'm already making? What am I gonna find that's better? I feel like you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, but this basket's pretty big. You know, over the past year or two, I finally started realizing, you know, you're gonna be 30 years old. You gotta kind of do something with yourself. And you guys have seen me try websites, online ventures, everything. I tried everything I could. I've been at none of it was panning out enough to call long term. $150,000 is an exaggeration. I'll probably, after taxes, gouge the fuck out of me, make about 112. But still, I like the work. I like doing it. It doesn't feel like work. I can play on my phone. And then I can play RuneScape whenever I'm not there. So, I'm happy with that. Can only go up. The money can only go up by the time that I put in there. He only lets us run the shop 3 days a week right now. He closes 4 days a week. We should be running 5 days a week, prepping for 2 days of prep, 5 days running. But I don't have the reins completely yet. I'm just keeping my mouth shut and making my money right now. I'm doing all the managerial, all the ordering, all the running, but it's not what I want it to be yet. He's still having trouble letting go. How would you feel after being in business for 55 years? His son died at the age of 4. He lost his fucking son. He calls me his son. How could I leave him? I left him once, it broke my heart. How could I do it to him again? Like, I can never leave this job. I couldn't do it to the guy. And like, it's my favorite shit to do for work. So, I never felt like that about anywhere else, ever. And I've worked everywhere you can fucking imagine. I've made $150 an hour doing HVAC. I've made $5, $8 an hour plus tips delivering pizzas. I've worked in factories. I've worked at Amazon. Done everything you could fucking imagine from A to Z. I lived off my stream. I tried making websites. I ran Twitters. I try a lot of shit. Not much pans out, but when something does, when a good thing does happen, it's a good feeling. Now the same people that used to sort of scoff towards me have to sort of stand up straight. The tide turned when his brother stopped in. Brother's a union cutter for ShopRite, which is ShopRite's a big company, whatever. Well, his brother, I didn't know it was his brother. And I was like, you know, what do you guys make there? 80K. Said I took 80K after taxes last year. I was like, huh. My boss goes, well, I thought you were going to run this place. And from that moment forward, he just started shifting me into roles, and now I make, like I said, about 112 to between 112 and 150 I could do with overtime. But it took him hearing me talk about ShopRite, or a union cutter, to be like, oh shit, I better fucking give him what he deserves. I could have got into ShopRite that night. I had an old boss of mine hit me up. Salary job, 75,000 start, doing oversight projects of construction sites, going on graphic design, you know, child's play if you know how to write code or work on anything on the computer. Well, I'm like, I'm in a position now where I can turn that down and not be upset about it. It's nice. I'm not educated. I never finished a single college course that I was in. Who would have thought getting thrown out in the garages at my uncle's house to cut meat when I was 9 years old for them, cut deer? Who would have known that would make my pockets fat? Now. We used to get beer cans pelted at our heads. But I wanted to cut. I wanted to cut up deer. I wanted to cut up meat. I liked the knife in my hand. I liked it. So at 17, I took interest in a position at a grocery store at the time for meat cutting. Well, you had to be 18 to hold a blade. So I couldn't. They wouldn't let me hold a knife until I was 18. Until also I could answer the cutting test. Harder than the MCAT. Cutting test is, okay, what's an eye round gonna get you? Eye steaks, minute steaks, stew cubes, roasts, stir fry meat. What's a bottom round gonna get you? Rump roast, bottom roast, Swiss steaks. If you don't know every cut of every piece of meat as a retailer, as a butcher shop, you're not. So at 29, knowing all this, and also knowing all the ties, and I knew all this shit since I was 18 years old. But 11 years later, now it's making me 100 grand. It's like, I made $8 an hour 11 years ago when I started this trade, type of work. I never thought I'd be doing it now. My fingers are slowly becoming cut apart. No, I never thought I'd be making and doing this shit now. Like, it's kind of... Dude, I make $3 grand a week right now, and I live either at my buddy's garage, my uncle's den, another friend's couches. I literally have like no money going out, and all coming in. And then from May to November, my rent is $400 a month. I know what you might be thinking. Ethereum, and Bitcoin. But I've been a Bitcoin. I've been an Ethereum. I've been a successful investor in the past. I had $250,000 when I was at my height with money. Now you might not think much of that, but when did you have that kind of money to fucking play with? Well, I don't want the money that I'm building now. I don't want it to go into. I want it to go into land. I don't care if I do anything with the land. I want it in acreage. Acreage is about $7,000 an acre. You got $300 to eat for the next... Bro, if I could hand you some money, I would, man. Some food, whatever. I'd get us some steaks. I might not be able to give you money because I need it, but I could make us some steaks. That helps. You don't have to worry about food, man. It's meat. Got scrapple for breakfast, sausage, burger. Think about it. I never run out of, there's a reason my arms are large. All I eat is meat. Steak, chops. Well, I stay away from pork chops. Pork chops are fucking useless. Pork is useless. I hate that we even sell it, but people buy it up like candy. I get pork at $1.89 a pound, and I sell everything that's for pork related for over $4.89 a pound. I like turkey. We process 50 pounds of turkey a week. Process 200 pounds of country-style sausage. 600 to 800 pounds of bologna. All in all, I spend 12 grand, and I get 60 back. Now you might be like, Well, fuck. $50,000 smoker that uses more electricity than a fucking house does for almost half a year. Running multiple times. Staffing. Payroll. Inventory. Upkeep. Like, when all's said and done, I only put 2-3 grand in the bank for now. When I run 5 days a week, I'm gonna be making 8K a week. I'm gonna be making between 5 and 8 grand a week. That's my goal in the next 5 years, is to be able to run 5 days a week. We're only running 3 because the owner doesn't want to completely let go yet. You understand? He's jaded. He's a millionaire. He's a fucking millionaire. His wife is a fucking what the hell? She's a podiatrist. She makes more money than his business does. So like, he doesn't care anymore about money. He cares about his free time. It's like, old man, go to the house. Let me take care of it. He'll sit at the desk all day, or he'll come and be barking, or nothing I do is ever right, ever. Get yelled at for everything. But as he said, isn't that how it is between a father and son sometimes? And I shut my mouth then. He lost his son at 4 when his son was 4 years old. I've become a son to him. Who else is he gonna yell at? Who else is he gonna yell? Who else is he gonna be able to talk like that to, and they're not just gonna walk out? Like, you understand? He's got a hard life. One of his daughters has a lot of problems. He has to pay for a living aid. But he'd do anything for anybody. And he's gonna make me a millionaire. So let's see what Duracell wants next to me. Duracell. What do you think he's gonna ask of me? Maybe he wants me to fucking do 6-hour NMZ with a key held down. You think that might be what he wants? Yo, dude, I was thinking about getting a V-skirt and dropping overheads. I gotta get Karamja gloves too. This stuff is gonna come in the future of my Slayer adventures. I'm only going for 200 mil hit points right now. I'll be like 75 mil Slayer. I'll be like 60 mil Mage. I'll be even attack, strength, and defense by the time I hit points. And then when I come back to Slayer again, I'll have the Karamja gloves and do things at my own pace. Don't question it. Just sit back and talk shit, or sit back and watch. Either one. Everyone's allowed to have their opinion on me or what I do or how I do it. Go for it. But I doubt you're ahead of me. I really doubt. So just remember that when you talk. I don't care if some guy's completely batshit crazy. If he's a high rank, he's got my respect. If they're fucking, like, pedophiles and shit and, like, fucked up, then obviously, or cheaters, then obviously not, but, like, Every other high-ranked player is like a brother to me. Like, I'm very blessed to have many friends that are very high-ranked in every game mode, and can relate on the same level as, like... Actually, I don't really have anything else like with anybody that I can relate to that strongly with something. What's up, Azizi? Yesterday we lost the 4th or 5th would have been best hardcore Iron Man. He was a difference between being ranked 7 or 8. Like, I would have never passed him. So it was a big rank. Big rank. Like, I don't think you guys understand how big of a rank to be given that. The privilege. I'm your idol on RS. It's good, man. It means you're gonna climb. Everybody's gonna hate your guts, but you're gonna climb. You gotta point directly at the big fucking elephant in the room. I'm ranked 14, bitch. You gotta look at your account and fucking think about your goals, and that's what you're about. Whatever you are. Whatever your goal is, man, you gotta get excited about it. While you're at work or whatever, while you're doing whatever you're doing, you gotta be excited about it. Gotta go for it. Gotta go for 80 because there's no 79, you know, type of thing, you know. It's a never-ending itch. Can't scratch it. It's more than like working out for me, bodybuilding, whatever. It's more important to me than my 6-figure job. It's more important. Like, this game is like the baseline for me, man. And a lot of people will talk shit on that, but it's like, I make more money than you, and my arm is as big as your chest, so don't talk to me. So, like, people can say what they want about how much I play this game and that I play this game. They don't understand what it is for me, to how important it is for me to have this release. What am I gonna do? Walk around the meat shop like, woohoo! I'm your boss now! Haha! You can't be that guy in person. You don't want to be that guy. But on here, I get to be excited about something that I'm the best at, one of the best at, and nobody can do shit. If that makes any sense. It's humbling. This is my humility. This game is my, like, boxing for me. It's like, it's my thing, you know? People are gonna ask me questions over the years about this shit. That's what this is for me. Nobody's gonna give a fuck about me when it comes to, like, work and shit like that. Everybody's jealous. Who the hell is he to waltz back in here and start running the show? Everybody's jealous. Everybody's afraid of me and they're jealous. I don't have any friends. You don't have friends in real, like, in the work. Although my buddy Brian at work, he's my friend. I have a work friend. I sign his paychecks now, but ooh, that's a beautiful task. Beautiful task. That's what we're talking about. I'm not good at this game. I'm good at not doing other things and then playing instead. I don't possess any talents that help me in any way other than the ability to not do other things. So if that makes me good, then I have a simple life. Make money, sleep, and play RuneScape and eat. That's what my life's made up of. Fuck around with girls, you know, you can do what I did for the past few months and waste time. I should be ranked 12 right now. Alright, what am I doing here? Focus. Probably take 2 of them Johns. I gotta mine soon. I gotta mine gems. I only get a little bit of stuff at a time. I get it as I make stuff as I need it, man. I don't sit there and make 25,000 bracelets. You know? You missed the UIM? Well, make one and play it while you're a top page hardcore at the same time. You use a holy wrench. My cape has the holy wrench effect. It's like wearing a holy wrench. You know, whenever I'm on this task, I think about Prey's foot dying. And I think about my brush with death to an Abbey Superior. I don't know if anybody remembers, if you were here back then. But I got spec'd by a Abbey Superior, pre-max. I almost died. It took me to 12 HP. It could have hit me one more time and it wouldn't have ring of life to me. I almost suffered the same fate. But as more and more people die, the higher you get, the higher you go, the more you don't want to die, and the more you'll just do whatever it takes to stay alive. Like, none of the comments mean anything. You want to make fun of my D-boots? Go ahead, man. Like, you want to make fun. I've been given multiple chances. Max Cape acts as a ring of life. This is the best in slot item in this game. The Max Cape is the best item in the game as an Iron Man. Tell me another item, a specific item, that's more relevant than the Max Cape is best in slot. You know what's cool though too is like I remember it coming out. I remember maxing before it and buying one when the game put it in. At the time, we're talking October 2015. They conceptualized it in September, late August. They said if 100 players maxed, they would consider making a maxed cape. That was in September of 2015. Now, flash forward to now, and imagine that. There weren't even 100 maxed players. They had to consider the idea of making it. A lot of you guys may not have played back then, but as a main at the time, I got to go and buy my cape. It was really exciting. I started day 1 and then quit 10 minutes later. That's a link to my high scores page. I quit the game 10 minutes after logging in because it was too overwhelming. There was too many people. There was 100 people doing Cook's Assistant at the same time in every world. There was... When I came to Old School RuneScape, I came back in summer of 2014. I did 99 range in August of 2014 on Fire Giants. I did 99 defense by that October, and I did 99 hit points in Mage by that December. I was a PKer, a range tank, and that's all I was ever supposed to be. And then while watching PK videos, a video from Bonesaw PK popped up about you can make 1 mil an hour doing double knots. So I was like, wait, $1 mil an hour? I can't even, I was like, I barely make that PKing a day. So I fucking got my RC up to 91 by hand at Astrals with no mouse keys, with no HC. My hand has been fucked up a little bit ever since that, I won't lie, but I did 99 RC by hand. And then it just went from there as a skiller. Like, I went from killing fire giants for range XP to a top main to it was always there, it just needed to be, the autism was always there, just needed to be projected in the right way, and it wasn't in PKing. I can't compete with those guys today, fucking switching prayers, and some idiot played on it for months. I think it was the same guy that bought Wiggins' account. There's this dude that wanted to be a top player so bad that he bought Paul's account. I'm pretty sure he fucking either hacked or bought Wiggins' account. Maybe he'll buy my main. Yeah, right. That account was given to my ex-roommate, who I don't talk to anymore, but he doesn't even play it. And if I ever wanted to, I could just recover it back and leave it as a relic. Never play it again, though. Someone else was on it. Your the goat. He slapped Dead Wilson twice. Dead Wilson's just an arrogant guy, man. Clicky, arrogant guy, just like the rest of that group. It was a group of him, Zulu, Jace, and fucking forget who the other guy was. Oh, Sens. I never talked to Sens, but they were all just arrogant pricks. Every one of them, just self-entitled. You either like bowed down to them or you were hated. That's all I remember at the beginning. All I remember is the fucking elitism back then was. Dude, RuneScape Twitter was run by like Hexus once. Like, people didn't tweet. If you liked girls' posts, you got canceled back then. If you like tweeted it's amazing to me what it became on there. I have Twitter for several reasons. Everything I post gets link clicks. If it's a YouTube video, my videos push 2K views now. Humble brag, thank you very much for that, whoever they are. I don't know a lot of my YouTube viewers, because a lot of them don't watch Twitch. But they're on YouTube. I hear a lot of people talk about Kick. Why would I be a small streamer like I am and go to an even smaller platform to even less people? Like, if you don't do this for money, not saying I'm the only one that doesn't do this for money, but definitely been around longer than every other grind streamer you know. Cap King, I don't really know him. I know he got banned off Twitch for stabbing a chair with a poster of a moderator over it. Stabbing it with a knife. I know he had like the most playtime and still didn't get top page. And I remember in game, it was all weird things. Like in the one time I got told that he was saying that I viewbot my streams. So like, unfortunately, everything I've heard about him was just like it wasn't a good thing. But I don't know him. My opinion on him is, I hope he's having a good time in his life, man. That's my opinion. I don't know what he does, I don't know what he's doing. But I hope he's having fun. What else can I say? What else should I be? All apologies. Fuck Nirvana, man. They ruined rock and roll. That's what my dad says because he's mad that he died when he was really into Nirvana. My dad was more upset than happy the year I was born that Kurt died that year. I was born a few months after. I don't blame him. Will I focus on sailing once that's released? If it's good, if it's fast and it gives me stuff, fuck yeah, I'm gonna go for 200 mil, get like top 10 hardcore. Top 10 in hardcore page. If it's fucking lame or whatever, I'm not gonna, like, I'll get 99 just to keep my rank. So I'm not gonna let some nobody have my rank for too long. Like, put it this way, the game's gonna go to 2286. So any Tom, Dick, and Harry who's a maxed hardcore, say they're 300 mil XP. Well, the moment they hit 2278, I go down to the bottom of the pile. So for a few days or weeks or whatever it is it takes, I'll be dropped off of the top page. I think it's going to bring some old top pagers out of the woodwork. That'd be nice. There's only 11 people, 12 people ahead of me right now. So it'd be nice to see them play again. Put up something of a fight. I mean, the game just lost its most active hardcore Iron Man yesterday, the most efficient. I mean, he tampered his whole fucking thing by bot and zone every night, but, you know, besides that, I don't know if I could really put it besides that anymore. Like, Karma works its magic. He couldn't get banned because I have no clout. I have no clout on Twitter. So he was never gonna get banned. But I never thought he'd die. So, somebody told me, I thought they were joking. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I wish he would tweet his supply tabs. I want to see the 5 million day alt that he would show me when we were friends before I found out he cheated. We would hang on mic and he would always share his screen. Well, he had 100,000 giant seaweed. He had he had 6 million day alt. He had, oh my god, man, like, us not being friends aside, and like me finding that out, him telling me that aside, I feel really bad that he lost those resources. Like, now it's useless because he has an Iron Man that's higher ranked than this now Iron Man. So like, his only play at, like, if he cares, his only play at relevance is if he would jump back on his regular Iron Man and start competing on that. But like, I don't know. Maybe he'll make a hardcore a third time and pass me. He could pass me. He would pass me eventually. Like, if he started playing one tomorrow. He was a rank that I never was supposed to get. I was never supposed to get ahead of this guy. In that way, I'm sad. But what would he have botted after he ran out of his zone time? What would have been the next thing that was okay? Would he have done it with ranged in there? You know? It's like... Do you know how frustrating it is when you're like at the top of something and you know somebody's cheating and you're watching them put the biggest weeks in of the entire category, of the entire game mode? Do you know what that feels like? You know what that felt like until karma was served? Knowing that you've been talking about it for months and nobody cares because it's zoned. If you manipulate your hardware, you're a piece of shit. You're a cheater. You cheat at the game. You're not real. You're discredited. No matter what it is. If you manipulate shit to play for you, you're... I even feel bad, but I can't because it runs through the launcher. There's this 25-minute logout timer. So, like, if I'm at Redwoods, there's times where I will walk away from my laptop for 10 minutes and come back, and it's still on the same chop. I didn't manipulate that, though. The game allows that. Those little things like that wasn't cheating. It was part of the game. You're AFKing a tree, and you have a 25-minute logout timer, sometimes it'll sit there. I'm 100 mil fucking woodcutting twice over. 3 times over. Actually, I've gained over 300 mil woodcutting XP in my life now. So, like, I'll appreciate little times where I get extra logs. Okay? I have nothing else. What mix am I playing right now? Oh, this is LA1. Good tunes. LA2 is better. Tiesto, Los Angeles, 2004. Sorry, no, this was 2008. Checked the high scores and didn't see any names that stood out. Talking to me, man? I don't remember what I asked or said about 2 minutes ago now. Forgot. Yeah. Fuck his XP rank. He was ranked 10 in EHP. what people didn't know is what mattered. Like where he was in hours is what mattered, but that's gone now. I'm at 4,200 hours. He was at 5,000. He could make a new account, come back, but it would take 3-4 years to like put a target on my back. Go ahead, make an account with the intentions of passing me. You will spend the next 4 to 5 years of your life just catching me. He was playing the most. The top 3 players in this game mode, hours-wise, weekly, was 5th Hardcore Lol, he finished. 1 false step, he died. And now it's Farmer McGee. They're putting in 90 plus, those are the guys that are putting in 90 plus, 100 plus hour weeks. Tiger type players. One of them finished, the other one died, and now McGee's the champion at the moment. Alkin is just a consistent long-term like god. He'll be top 10 forever just because he's Alkin, man. Like he just knows how to play this game long-term. Like you guys put him in a cushy house, bro. He's gonna be playing for the rest of his life. Like you guys bought him a house. Literally, like you paid for his life over the past decade. So he will always be ahead of me. There's certain players that I accepted that will always be ahead of me, and one false step was one of them. That's what floors it a little bit for me. That's what makes it a little wild for me. It's just like I accepted that shit. I knew that I could never catch him, so I was okay with it. And then when you pass them for that for the reasons that I would have rather seen him get banned for cheating than died at a Hespori. But he was never gonna get banned, so Karma stepped in, the world stepped in, said, nope, sorry dude, you're gonna die at the easiest thing you do. You're gonna die at the thing you've done for the past 500 days in a row. Something you do, something at Hespori for him, we've talked about it. It's like before he, like when he's half asleep, laying himself down to bed. And that's how he went out. Something as simple as breathing, basically, by that point. 470 Hesporis. It's insane. That 80 mil, dude. He lost so. That account was such a big loss, unfortunately. Like, it'll be on my top of my mind for a week until I'll forget about it then. But like, I just keep thinking about the resources he had. The resources he had alone make me cry. I can only imagine how he feels. And it was kind of a dick move, you know, blatantly just telling everybody that he's a cheater like I did right when he died, you know. But I've been talking about that for months and no one's listened. They only paid any attention after he died and I said it. Everybody completely deflected it too, brushed it under the carpet. Oh, well, it was just Nightmare Zone. Fuck you guys. Everybody out there that just condones cheating, thinks it's not a big deal. Like, literally, a person who is a top pager, which I can't wait to pass them just because of the way they think, was like, well, he was ahead of me, and the zone that he didn't have anything to do with that. It's like, so you're a fucking cheater too, probably. Like, anybody, if you sympathize with a cheater, you're probably a cheater. If you have any sympathy for someone like that, then you're probably doing shit too. There's no excuse. You're okay with someone that's ahead of you, knowing they cheat? Get the fuck out of here. Cringe. I won't say anything else though. I'd get canceled in today's culture due to their gender identification.
Sometimes the way that you act makes me wonder what I am to you. Sometimes I can't stand the way that I'm acting to be part
If
of
anybody
the
that cheats, if they hang out with somebody that cheats, if they know so, if you cheat, leave my stream. I don't want to talk to you. You ruined the game for me at a pivotal point in my life when I was a little kid and I was finally learning to make money and I was PKing bots at the dragons and I logged in and the fucking wilderness was gone. It was these floating ghosts flying around me, dude. Like, I was a little kid. I didn't even read the news. I just knew I logged in, the wilderness was gone. I couldn't trade my like, that scarred me. PTSD. You remember being a kid if you played, did you ever play this game when you were 12 and you go PKing and you fucking at school with your friends pretending to do ice barrage to each other? Like, if you never had, if the game was never that special to you, then you don't care about cheating or what that's fine. Live your life. I care. Haha! 22. That, what was his name? Fucking, what the hell was his name? He was a free-to-play PK area. Most dreaded. He's 85 ranged and 85 strength. And he fucking, some of the best free-to-play PK videos, man. I love free-to-play. I love free-to-play PKing. I used to do it on the main. We used to go out. I was in a few wars too, you know. I love how it's even. It's even playing field, man. You're in archaic gear. You want to be a prayer hopper or whatever? That shit's gonna be gone. Your prayers are gonna run out pretty soon. So like, it's you versus them, man. It's hit for hit, eat for eat. Like, it's so pure. Main game PKing is just who can switch prayers faster and switch their gear faster. Free to play, you're actually fighting the guy, man. Like, it is a fight. Well, okay. For us lazy shitters, it's a fight. Because we can't actually PK. We can't brid. I'm never going to be good at this game. And no matter what I do, but I have fun doing it. But it only makes sense why somebody wouldn't like members PKing, because I'm not good at prayer switches and gear switches and whatever. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, grab a drink. You have to remember that I am legally mentally challenged. I'm like that kid at school that knew all the math and the numbers and used to rock back and forth and couldn't really talk right. Except I can talk. You know, it's a daily, it's a minute by minute battle not to have outbursts, but it's not deemed as professional or adult-like. The worst thing I do in life is I get girls, get them involved in my life, just to let them down and ghost them. That's the worst thing I do. Because then I don't get hurt. That's the only thing I don't like about myself personality-wise. I'm okay with everything else. I just don't know why I have to self-sabotage every relationship. Thank God somebody acknowledges it. This is called the Puffco proxy, man. It's the future of weed concentrate technology, my friend. Here, man. Take a hit. Way too convenient. I go through probably 5 or 10 grams a week of concentrates. Good thing I make a lot of money. The Gandalf Tesla pipe. So you don't make a mess. Very clean. Is it better? Oh my god. You get reclaim. The reclaim drips right out of the side. I get to smoke it twice, 3 times, and doesn't taste like alcohol because you don't have to put it through alcohol. You don't have to. All right, so we're gonna go God mode. You start it up, then hit it five times. Now it's gonna heat to 700 degrees Fahrenheit and basically blow my head off. It's mind-numbingly boring. Why do you think I get stoned? It finally just heated up. You see that little bit I put in there? Fuck, dude. This is like doing blinkers. I got this. that wasn't such a potent indica, I'd probably green out, honestly, over that much. That's called the Puffco proxy, and that was on God mode. It's a setting that once you hit the highest heat, turn it on, and then hit it 5 times, and then cooks it at 700 degrees. If you don't have a Puffco proxy, you should look into it. Just look it up. Take a look at it, even. Just for yourself, to take a see. It was very useful during the holiday season. I visited family, and this girl that I was penetrating. Get a volcano? I'm on the go too much, man. It comes in a little carrying case. You get a case. You have room for your piece. You have room for your pucks. You have room up here to stash my spoon, my pen. You can also stash other pucks under that. And then it's completely smell-proof. Zippers up. On the go. I'm a very on-the-go guy. I got my laptop. I live between 3 places right now. So I need to be mobile. I trust my Puffco. It's never let me down. It was funny, I was at the fucking dispo when I bought it. And the girl I was pumping at the time was like, you know, where are you? What are you doing? I was chatting the shit, learning about this Puffco. I spent $300. And the guy was like, I was like, my girl keeps calling me. And he's like, oh, well, go ahead and answer it. I was like, nah, dude. I was like, dude, you'll be in my life after she is. I still, they call it Waxy Wednesdays. I go on Wednesdays because wax is on sale. Well, sugar and batter are my 2 go-tos. I don't buy shatter. I don't buy live resin. I get sugar and batter. It just cooks through better. But that guy's still in my life, you know, like I told him, I was like, dude, you're gonna be in my life long after that girl's gone, so like, no, I'm not gonna answer the phone, like. The Crafty, the Mighty, and the Venti. Well, maybe if this thing dies, there's a local pipe shop that has all kinds of, they mark them up though. Sugar's like it's sparkly, like gold. It just like sparkles. It's just, and batter, same thing. It's just very crumbly. It's like crumble basically. You could take it and just put it on the knife and dip it right in, and it's shatter. It goes too hot too quick, and you don't get a lot of reclaim. And the reclaim you do get is literally like fucking liquid shatter. It's a pain in the ass. Well, reclaim is what gets me through the days that I don't have any concentrate. So I give myself spending limits on stuff. I don't spend more than $100 a week on weed. You know, I might make $3 grand a week, but do I want to go and smoke it all up? But there's times, like, I can tell you right now, when I moved my camper in May, I'm gonna probably end up spending money on stupid shit, dude. Just, who cares? I don't have any debt. I drive a fucking 04 car. Like, I've been thinking about it lately. What am I saving for? Fucking go nuts. Buy all you want. Yo, I quit smoking flower. My send-off was last weekend. I spent it up in the mountains at my buddy's house. I bought an ounce. And we got baked. But that was the last time I don't want to smoke flower anymore. Flower, I might be a heavy cigarette smoker, but flower comes with 5 times the tar. So, you know, as a cigarette smoker, smoking straight flower all the time, it's one thing I could do in the right direction for my health. I mean, I should quit cigarettes too, but not there yet. Yeah, but the thing is, man, even if you vapor, dry vape herb, you're still getting some of the tar. When it comes to a ceramic boss that heats up to 700 degrees, it literally turns it to vapor, which carries no carcinogenics other than the fact that you're burning your lungs. Like, you should not inhale anything, but the least amount of residue comes through, like, a good dab rig. Like, you could... I know people that have similar enthusiasm and they have one of those hot nails. But the thing is, like, most of the people I know, they live with their family, or they have a place, or I'm a fucking traveler, dude. I'm just a gypsy, a fucking couch surfer. I'm the most wealthy couch surfer you're ever gonna meet. And you want to know why? It's because the core of my existence is a fucking video game in the dark. I'm not my job. I'm not... I wish life didn't take anything. I don't want to... I just want to sit here and do this. And it's nothing to do with money. Then you gotta get up, go to work in the morning. Reality. Gotta go to bed in an hour or two. It's like, fuck. Well, you're talking to somebody that'll go to somebody's house and drink all their cough syrup. So, you know, me debating over what's better or not for your lungs is... I'm probably the worst my lungs are going to be experimental to the doctors one day. I'm gonna die of a massive heart attack due to congestive heart failure. I have about 25 years. So I'm gonna live it up. When you live like that, like I said earlier, no offense to y'all. You're important to me. I care about you and I love talking to you. But you're not there when it shuts off and I gotta be by myself and I gotta be for myself. Just be for yourself, man. Don't be selfish, but don't be a dick about it, if that makes sense. Like, do what you love. As much as you want. Don't care what anyone says. That's the theory. Look at the ashtray, dude, from a 2-hour stream, man. I am still a gargling piece of shit. You know, I used to sit here all night. I would smoke a whole pack and open up the second one by the morning. I used to live with my grandparents, and I would pay them rent, and I rented out their basement. Well, I'm a modern miracle of fucking science, dude. Streaming to any more than 3 or 4 people, to me, is like you're talking to a group at that point. And when you're talking and hanging out and shooting the shit, cigarettes, man, you don't even realize it. Crazy. What do you do when like life becomes not about how much something costs, but about the health deterioration because of certain things? What about an e-cig? I mean, I have this grand theory that, you know, and it's medically proven, if you quit before 30 or by 30, you can repair. So I have 5 months left to smoke if I want to do that. If I go over that, might as well just sign my death warrant. You'll die to smoking-related complications. I should quit right now, but I'm weak. I'm the weakest guy you'll meet that can bench 225 happily. Self-sabotage. Raise your hand. Anything good you start thinking about yourself, bash it down. Yeah. Like when I play my account, I'm disgusted with this account. It's hard, like, rank fucking 14. I might as well, like, the race is, like, the fucking race is already over at 14 at this point, like, so it makes me sick to my stomach. I want more. There's a gentleman ahead of me who does 110 hours a week of Nightmare Zone. I'm already ahead of him in hours. But he's just ever so keeping me held off right now. But the problem being is that's the last skill he has that he can do that. So he'll expire soon enough. And then off the list is Escape Nerf. Rank 12 is pretty much solidified for me as long as I don't die. So that being said, I gotta start seeing who my rank 11 is gonna be from. Start looking at... I only look at what I'm able to do currently. Rank 13 and 12 are mine. Rank 13 sits in zone and rank 12 is dead. That's like my motivation when I sit down and play. Every time I sit down, it's like rank 12 is yours. And then when I get rank 12, I might think I might try to go for 11. I'm never gonna be number 1, but like I'm not done yet. If that makes sense. I haven't achieved enough yet for me to be satisfied. I wanna live to see sailing. I wanna excel in that skill. If it's good XP, I'm there. You know DMP, you know what I am. I am an XP whore. I will out XP you. Many have tried. Yup. It's the only game where you excel by decelling in life. But I can't be making money all the time, so like when work's closed, what am I gonna do? Go out to the bar, spend money, jerk off? What, like, you know, Stupid me, I was dating again for for like 6 weeks, 8 weeks. I was dating this chick. My god, is it expensive to go get something to eat. Fucking Olive Garden was $80. Like, I got it like that, but like, dude. Whatever. It was just wasted. It was just more time spent getting 100 mil wood cutting, I guess you could say. That's what the girl was to me. She was just something that I did alongside of redwoods on my phone at this point. It's kind of sad, but the way I look at it is like, I've almost not talked for half of the time that we did talk. Chop redwoods while I'm fucking. Chop redwoods when I'm, no matter what. If I'm hanging out with somebody or doing something, there's a reason I did a 40 mil redwood year this past year. Straight up. In zone, 65 mil range this year in zone. I've never logged out. Pisses people off, they hear the chop, 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 chop. I don't care. That's the sound of the number going up. Like, that could be frustrating for somebody hearing that. Not my problem. That's your problem. I've tuned it out. I did 150 mil wood cutting on another account, and then 100 million on this account. So it's just like a metronome for me. Chop, 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 chop. Especially knowing you can bank con through Kingdom. I'm only halfway done with the skill. That's another 2 years of AFK time. I have another year of AFK zone. I got it pretty well made. This account won't gain much notoriety until it's higher ranks. I'm still low enough to be considered low. I'm not high enough to be considered high. I'm not at that level yet. You hit top 10, man. People start opening the doors for you when you go out to get groceries. People pump your gas for you. Buy you coffee in the morning. That's just what I heard, anyway. We had a funny top 10 interaction the other night. My friend Tails was like, "How you doing, man?" I'm like, "Well, I could be ranked 15." And he's like, "Well, I could be ranked 7." It's like, how do you ask a player like me how I am? How am I? I'm on the climb, man. I'm in the trenches right now, shooting off the mortars. How am I? I'm in war. But that's too intense for most people. You gotta tone it down when you meet somebody. You can't go full on Dave onto them. How am I doing? I'm doing as well as whatever rank I am. I thought about this years ago. I remember it was really depressing, but it was called going off the grid. I used to, before I ever made a video, before I ever went live on anything, I was a top page main. 2017 I hit top page. Well, we used to go on these off the grid spells, and I had a shitty job at one point. I got fired, and I collected for 6 months. I stayed in this house at the time and paid my rent, whatever. Didn't do shit just for like 6 months straight. I just kind of immersed myself in the game. And like, that's when I knew that the rest of my life, all my free time would be going to this. So it was so natural. But it's because of my mental problems, dude. Like, there's no other medical explanation other than the fact that I have a lot of mental problems, and this game definitely taps into that mechanism. The fucking repetitive remedial tasks, but then you add in like, yo, I can do it better than that guy. I can get higher than that guy. It's like crack for me. It's my own personal form of it. Virtual. What else am I gonna like? Who cares if I run a butcher shop or whatever? You know, that's just something I like. That's just something I chose as a career path. But like, this is special. This is once in a lifetime. You can make $1 million. Or can you peak? Can you get as high as you can on RuneScape? You're gonna make money your whole life, but can you, right now, can you go as far as you can at something? Pays to know it dying. Yes, it does. I'm the youngest I know. I gotta push old men out of the way on tables. You've been skilling more lately? You got inspired? By what, man? It's got the engine fired up. DMP streams and vids too. Whatever form I was in those videos or those streams, I'm glad that helped. Whatever energy I let off, because the whole time you have to convince yourself too, man. Like, if I can't convince myself, how am I gonna fucking motivate someone like you? Top page in RS3, top page main, top page iron, like, how am I gonna have a motivation to do that for somebody if I don't even have it? What's up, yo? I think I have a chance to top page regular. That would be that's special. Aziz. I think the engine could topple over all the ranks if you wanted to on Iron Man. How'd I get into it? Initially cutting deer up as a kid. And then when I was 17, I graduated and I needed work. Well, there was this grocery store, and you know, the meat room looked kind of cool. So went in there and learned everything I learned, and then did that for about off and on about 5 years of retail. And then like 2 years in shops. And a slew of other jobs, from HVAC to pizza delivery. I never thought, you know, cutting meat would pay my bills. I made $8 an hour when I started the trade. But the thing is, people say it's not a trade. They say it's skilled labor. It's not a trade. Yes, it's a fucking art to it, man. You can't tie a crown roast without knowing what you're doing. Like, I say it's a trade. Some people say it's just skilled labor. $2.5 bill doesn't mean much to me because in the next 365 we're gonna round 2. And then the year after that, we'll round 2.5. So we're basically 2 years from being 2.5 bill XP. Oh yeah, I did that too. I've worked like 20 jobs over the past few years. Money if I played this game or that game. But I am in third person. Well, no, I'm in second person. It's my account, me running it. It's two things. Me and the account. I'm only in second person. I'm commentating over a virtual character. I'm commentating over the achievements of a number on a virtual account. Nothing more, nothing less. Where's Jack? I don't know. Jack's a good programmer. He still hangs around the stream. He just isn't working on any projects right now because I don't have any ideas. When the next idea comes to me. Still has built right sites live. It's his to do with which he pleases. I don't want anything to do with the website development game. You gotta come up with a website that is gonna traffic people. You gotta come up with some new thing. And right now I got writer's block. Making websites for people, you're just another fucking little tadpole in the pond, you know. Like I wish him luck on his efforts with that, but he had the best marketer that he'll ever have marketing it, and we were only able to find a few customers. Everything I do, I consider myself to be one of the best. I have to hold myself to that standard. Like maybe I'm the rank 14 marketer. I'm the 14th best butcher. Everything I do, I have to excel. Yeah, me and Jack just started talking recently again. He hit me up on Twitter. It's about as far as it is right now, though. I mean, I never had any ill feeling toward him. And it's like, I'm the crayons. You need the crayons to color a picture. It's like having peanut butter without jelly. Spaghetti with no sauce. If you don't have both components, it's not gonna work out. But I'm not gonna waste me and his time with the website development shit. Like, hell, I hope he's found some customers more for himself. I hope, you know, I hope. That'd be awesome for him. I basically created something and gave it to him, and it's financially positive for him. Because I got bored of it. I want more. I just can't think of anything worth putting down in PHP. I should just open up Virtual Studio and just fuck around and just start writing some shit up. Some different ideas. Like a fitness website, it links you to local gyms and different diets and like local people that train, like trainers and stuff. That was one thing I was thinking of. But I have no idea how it started, honestly. The other thing is cyber school for special needs students. Curriculum set to their state. One-on-one teachers, so they can stay at home. Their parents have access and control over it. That's another plan, another idea. An online app, or website, if you'd like to call it that, where it's 30 seconds of silence, of just audio, and the cameras are shut off, and then the cameras turn on after 30 seconds, and you can either leave the call, or you could stay in the call and add other people to the call. And then it goes into another call, and especially with Omegle being gone, and I could have the resources and the databases and the machines to keep the predators away. The guy who ran Omegle is pretty much doing it himself. I could dedicate the manpower and the server power to basically, if you want to call it that, a pedophile force. It would literally, it would have to be sophisticated enough to, like, if some guy starts talking saying even certain words, their account gets shut down. Their session, it would be more like a session. Somebody would pop on, it was a session for a session. Well, sessions would be monitored, and it would be more monitored than Omegle. I have probably about 10 different websites that don't exist in my head that I don't pull the trigger on any. We had an idea a long time back. I think we made something in Linux at the time, me and a friend, and it was like it was a website you went on, A to Z, of different hobbies and different how to do this, how to do that. You want to learn how to bake, it would link you. It was like a hobbyist type thing for hobbyists, you know. Try to just nobody bothered with it. We did a XAMPP. We made a XAMPP with a MySQL on a Linux box. You know, if I would dedicate my time to like mastering PHP, like taking the time that I take to just watch Netflix and shit, and actually spent it, you know, continuing to educate myself. But it's not my, I don't feel like it. That's why I delegate a programmer. Jack and I will work together again. Not now. Not right now. It's not the right time. When I have an idea that's worth coming to him. You don't go to a guy who worked for Google and bring him a shitty idea and expect him to want to work on it. You know what I mean? You just don't do that. It's disrespectful to them. Insults their intelligence. He's educated. Master's degree in programming and IT security. No. As far as I know, all he does is builtrightsite.com, which is the .com that I founded, and then basically told him, here, have it. I don't know what his client base is. I don't know any of the information anymore. I turned all the rights over to him a while ago. BuiltRightSites.com is still live, so I'm assuming if he has it running, he must be making websites for people, so that's good. I got him on a path to doing stuff that he liked. I made some money from it too, but I don't want to keep... It wasn't worth my effort for the money. The amount of time I would have been putting in for like $600 a month. Nah. And it would have only got more and more. I mean, it would have been more money, but it would have been more time. It started making at the computer feel like work. I ain't doing that shit. If I want to work, I go to the butcher shop. The difference between upkeeping and making sites for people, the difference between that and making a successful .com are many differentiations. The .com, you just upkeep, continue to let it grow. Being a website development.com is a whole different slew of shit. Have you guys ever came up with an idea for something? Like a website, you made it live. Or art, music, anything. Getting to that time, man. I hope you guys have a nice night. I'm gonna go to bed.